You gotta stop eating sugar. I'm saying that because you're probably a man if you're watching this. If you get canceled for telling women what to do, so ladies, y'all do whatever y'all want. I ain't trying to catch a Tate out here. I don't care. But if you're a man, you gotta stop eating sugar. I see men out here eating candy and cakes and I saw Starbucks order an iced milkshake or something like that. I'm like, yo, you trying to bring all the boys to the yard? Like, what are you doing, man? You got to stop eating sugar. I'm not saying this because I want you to be all hyper masculine, you know. Sugar is like really bad for you. It makes you fat. It makes you lazy. It your skin, it lowers your immune system and decreases your cognitive abilities. It's probably the worst thing you can put in your body. Pause. Now, some of you fitness guys are thinking, hey, you can still eat sugar as long as you get the right calories, and you're right. For example, here's a thing this fat dork did. He called it the Twinkie diet. He ate a bunch of sweets and shit, and he lost 27 pounds just because he stayed in caloric deficit, for sure. Calories in, calories out is the most important thing. But sugar has some seriously sinister effects on your body. And just because you're losing weight doesn't mean you're healthy, and it doesn't mean you have energy. In this video, I'm gonna break down why you need to stay away from sugar, and I'm gonna give you the 5 ways to actually quit doing it. And once you do it, you will feel so much better. You're gonna look better, your skin is gonna be clearer, you're gonna get sick less, you're gonna have more mental focus, and you'll be a lot closer to being like me. Don't try to be like me. You gotta set obtainable goals, right? But you're gonna be the best version of you. So why is sugar so bad? There's a lot of good reasons why. For example, sugar leads to energy crashes. This is a fucking study all about it. You don't have to read the whole thing. Just take my word for it. Then there's another study I'm gonna show you. Sugar can make you depressed. Here's a study showing that there's a link between sugar consumption and major depression. It goes into great detail, right? All right, so studies show that sugar can actually raise cortisol levels, right? Making you more stressed out. Also, is addictive, right? There's studies that show that when you consume sugar, it actually fires the neurons in your brain that are the same as if you were to like consume cocaine or heroin. And it's very addictive. So yeah, you can be in this caloric surplus while eating a bunch of sugar. It's just more difficult to be in the caloric surplus while you're eating a bunch of sugar because it is so addictive. Here's another study showing the link between dietary sugar intake and depression in adults. You motherfuckers wonder why you sad and shit, because you eating candies and cakes like a fucking child, right? Kids can take naps and shit. You gotta sit around tired and depressed, and it makes you fucking stupid. Here's a study showing that on the impact of added sugars on cognitive function, it makes you fucking dumb. You can't even think straight. Yo, dumb ass, man. You was already dumb because you was eating sugar, and now it made you even dumber. Shit is fucked up. Yo, even if you a kid, right? Sugar can lead to drops in blood sugar, which can aggravate symptoms of anxiety and stress in children. There's studies that show that sugar can make you fucking ugly because it damages the collagen in your skin, making you look old as fuck, right? That's the reason, man, I look younger than you motherfuckers, and I'm old enough to be your daddy. Would have been your daddy, but the line was too long, and time is money. There's tons of studies showing that sugar actually increases acne, right? There was a motherfucker who's making a video talking shit about me, and this motherfucker, man, he got a face full of acne, man. He be wearing a filter on his face, man. This video is like a fucking girl talking shit about me. And I'm like, motherfucker, you wouldn't have all these problems had you fucked with some low carb shit. There's studies that show that keto is a cure, a natural cure for acne. This motherfucker was talking shit about keto for his fucking condition, skin condition. Skin is an organ, it's your body's largest organ. His was all fucked up visibly. But it's cool, man. I ain't telling them that. I just laugh. Sugar increases acne. Like the more sugar you eat, the more acne you have. And this study proves it. It also, again, it increases cellular aging. It shows that it actually ages your cells more. People like, yo, Brandon, man, how you look so young? Oh, you look young for 43. And I'm like, hey, man, I don't eat like a baby. But it also fucks up your regular health. There's studies that show that it's actually linked to obesity, you know, intake of sugar, sweetened beverages, and weight gain. Systematic review basically saying, man, studies showing that it actually leads to heart disease, fatty liver disease, and it gives you a way higher chance of developing cancer. And that's very important because cancer cells, they need glucose or glycogen to live. This is why there's a lot of doctors, including Dr. Dom D'Agostino, who actually published studies where he's actually used the ketogenic diet to help treat cancer, because if there's not enough glucose for those cancer cells to live, they die off, right? They can't live off ketones. Anyway, you out here eating mad sugar, feeding the cancer cells. So it increases the role of certain cancers. It can lead to increased leptin resistance. So leptin is the hunger hormone. It controls your hunger. If sugar is fucking with that hormone, guess what? You're gonna be hungry. You won't be satiated. So it's gonna fuck up your diet. It can lead to yeast infections. Bitches walking around with too much cheese on the taco. Bitch out here eating all that sugar, man. Now she cooking up honey buns and biscuits in that pussy. So the studies that show that high sugar intake can actually fuck with a woman's reproductive health, right? Making her more difficult for her to conceive. It can also weaken your immune system. I've been keto for 9 years. I've not had a cold and I've been sick. When C19 was out, everybody was catching that shit during the pandemic. You know, my girlfriend had that shit 3 times, man. I was making sweet love to her, kissing her in the mouth, not using a condom. I ain't even test positive with that shit. I ain't take no precautions. Sometimes she'd have to blow her nose during intercourse. I was like, it's all right, baby, take your time. You fighting off a little pandemic. You can take a break if you need to. Ain't no problem. And I ain't even test positive for that shit. I was walking around New York City like I am legend, like an invincible black god. But it's from the ketogenic diet. But you ain't got to go keto like me. You can just stop eating so much sugar like a fucking baby and you'll get sick less, according to the science. Real quick tangent. Being sick is whack, man. Getting sick ain't manly. You sitting here with a thermometer in your mouth, curled up with a blanket, watching daytime TV, making no money because you sick. You can't go to the gym. Listen, I wouldn't do that shit. I just stopped doing it. The whole getting sick thing. I was like, this ain't manly. I'm just gonna stop. And I ain't been sick since, man. 9 years of running, man. We running up on a decade. No illness for your boy. Abstaining from sugar is a big part of that, according to the studies. Princeton University says sugar can be addictive. You already knew that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't smarter than Princeton University. It's addictive. Why would you fucking play yourself like that, man? Again, another study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. So like British sports medicine, they talking about soccer and cricket. That's the kind of sports they talking about. They got some good scientists and shit over there. They got a lot of good nerds. And they would say, yeah, man, they talking about how sugar is addictive, man. It's right there. Isn't it? Now, how do we stay away from the motherfucking sugar? Now do we know that it's fucking sucks balls and we shouldn't be fucking with it unless we are girls or children? See, some people believe that some sugar is good and some sugar is bad. I want you to know that all sugar is the same. The sugar that you fucking buy from the supermarket or the sugar in candy and cake is the exact same molecule as the sugar that's in fruit. I know, it's fucked up, right? I'm gonna tell you why fruit is superior to candy and cake if I didn't have to fucking tell you that, right? But it's the exact same molecule. For example, there's basically 3 forms of sugar. So there's sucrose, glucose, and fructose. The sucrose molecule is C2H22O11. The glucose molecule is C6H12O6, and the fructose molecule is C6H12O6, right? Same molecule. Now, this same molecule is found in cake, candies, frosted flakes. It's the same shit that's in fucking fruit. The molecules are identical. If they were extracted from fruit, they would be identical. Now, the difference between whole fruit and some bullshit you buy at the candy store is the whole fruit has something called fiber. Even though it's the same, fiber mitigates a lot of the negative effects of sugar. What do I mean by that? Glad you asked. What happens is when you consume a bunch of sugar, boom, you're gonna spike your blood glucose levels. Glucose and sugar, remember, they're the same molecule. So if someone says blood glucose, they're talking about sugar. So it spikes your glucose levels. What happens here is when your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas secretes a hormone called insulin. Insulin's job is to extract the glucose sugar from your blood. So, because if it's too much, you die. The thing is, it's going to do it super indiscriminately. It thinks it has to save your fucking life, right? So it's going to get rid of all of it as much as possible. And this is why you get an energy dip after you eat something with a lot of sugar or something with high carbohydrates, right? And then most of you guys are doing this charade all day. You're in the same fucking super spikes. Your body's produce insulin to a dip, crash, boom. This is why a lot of times when you eat, you get tired after. I think the medical term for that is the itis. Now, here's the thing. When your glucose levels stay more stable, boom, you don't have these big spikes and dips, and your energy levels stay more stable as well. This is one of the reasons why when I started doing keto, I just felt like I had more energy. And this is why studies show that the ketogenic diet for a lot of people will improve energy and cognitive performance, because insulin is not snatching all the glucose from our brains, right? Anyway, you don't have to do keto, but you do have to stay away from sugar. Now, here's why fruit is better than eating candy and cakes, because fruit has something called fiber in it, and fiber mitigates some of those negative effects by preventing the glucose from spiking so much, making it release slowly. If you gotta eat sugar, it should be from whole fruit because it has fiber. Here's the thing. Some of you think that means you can drink fucking juice like a fucking kid at his lunch break. My son, he drinks juice. He's fucking 8. Just above toddler. Fine, who cares? He's gonna be done with fucking school at 2:30 or some shit. You gotta work all day, nigga. If your day ends at 2:30 like a goddamn baby, then yeah, drink your juice. But the problem with juice is it's concentrated fructose. They extract all the good fiber out of it, the best part of the fruit, and they concentrate the fucking sugar, and you really just drinking a glass of sugar, empty calories, and the only redeeming quality it has is vitamins, but you could have got the vitamins from eating the fruit. You can drink Kool-Aid and eat a multivitamin and it's the same shit. So fuck that. Stay away from juice, and it's empty calories you don't need. And also, man, I'm just not a big fruit fan. I know you guys think fruit is natural and you're super excited about fruit. Man, I want to eat fruit. Two things. One, most of you motherfuckers don't eat fruit as much as you think. Do you know any men who eat fucking fruit every day? I don't. I'm the only one I know who eats fruit every day. I eat berries because berries are low on the glycemic index, meaning they don't have a lot of glucose in them, and you can eat berries on keto. That's why they taste sour, actually. None of you motherfuckers eat fruit every day. And even if you did eat fruit every day, you gotta understand that fruit is different than the natural fruit. Fruit used to look way different in prehistoric time. This is what a fucking watermelon looks like today. This is what it used to look like. Most of it was inedible. What happened is, over time, humans, we bred different fruits to actually look different. It's not like we're fucking with the genes in labs and beakers. We just bred the fruit to be different. The same way we bred wolves to be dogs, right? When you see some hoe walking around with a goddamn tiny dog in her purse, that motherfucker's great grandfather was a wolf and used to eat people, right? But we bred that shit out of them to make them like little bitches. Same thing we did with the fruit. We made them more delicious. This is what watermelon looks like, right? Motherfuckers, humans weren't eating fruit all the time. Most of human history, watermelons look like that. Let's talk about bananas. You think, oh yeah, bananas, man, motherfucking banana. If I'm not mistaken, banana's a herb, so I don't know if I need to fucking say this, but I'm gonna do it for your monkey ass. All right, this is what bananas used to look like. Boom. Borderline inedible, but we bred them to be the way they are, right? This is, it's natural. No, motherfucker, that's a natural banana. Corn, man, what about carrots? I don't eat carrots. They're high on the glycemic index, but they're not a fruit, but still. This is what carrots look like naturally, barely edible, but we bred them to be different over years. Hey, what about the motherfucking apples? Hey man, we'll give you apples a day, keep the doctor away. You shut the bitch ass up. Apples used to be fucking gross as shit, right? But we bred them to be like this, the same way we bred wolf to be a goddamn Pomeranian, bitch ass dog. Hey, what about tomatoes? Tomato is a fruit. A lot of people don't know that because you're stupid, right? But tomatoes used to look like fucking some old gross shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we bred these things to be different. What about eggplants? The motherfuckers used to look like this, man. We bred them shits to be like this. When you say fruits is natural, no, motherfucker, not the fruit you get at the grocery store. And fruit was seasonal. Now you can go to the grocery store, get any fruit any time of year. That shit was almost impossible like 200 years ago. Fruit was regional. There was some fruit, some places, and it was only available sometime a year. This whole eating fruit every day, especially the kind of fruit we eat, ain't nothing natural about that shit. If you want to eat it, cool. It's the only kind of sugar I recommend because it has fiber, but stay your goofy ass away from fruit juice. And orange juice is a scam. Nobody was drinking orange juice until what happened was they had too many motherfucking oranges. Not enough people was eating oranges. The Sunkist Corporation. And what they did was they went to New York City, got with a marketing agency, said, man, we need to get people to drink orange juice. Nobody was drinking this shit, right? And they started marketing it as part of a healthy breakfast, right? This is fairly recent. This is like less than 100 years ago. The whole fucking orange shit is a marketing scam. You fell for, you a bitch. Anyway, sugar extracted from fruit is the same as white sugar, table sugar. It's the exact same molecule, has the exact same same effect. If you gotta eat sugar, do it in whole fruits because the fiber will mitigate some of them negative effects. And this goes for fucking brown sugar, all its varieties. Honey as well. Honey is full of this. It's bee spit. Tell me it's not bee spit. It is. You letting bees spit in your mouth, man. Fucking weird. Sucrose, glucose, and fructose. Same fucking shit. Even if it says organic, I don't even want to get into the whole organic shit. That shit is a huge scam in general. The FDA allows you to call anything organic as long as it was not grown with synthetic pesticides. However, the shit still got pesticides. Otherwise, goddamn critters would eat it, right? They just using natural pesticides. But some of these natural pesticides have been shown to be just as carcinogenic, if not more carcinogenic than the synthetic ones. Just because something natural don't mean it good. You motherfuckers think because shit is natural is fucking good for you. No, nigga. Motherfucking ancient Egyptians had cancer, right? Cancer is natural. That don't mean it's good for you, man. If you love nature so much, I dare you go out in the Florida Everglades without bug spray or a gun. The fucking bug's gonna fuck you up immediately, right? You might fuck around and catch Lyme disease, and then a crocodile gonna eat you. That's natural, motherfucker. Here's the 5 steps to stop eating sugar. 1, we wanna stop eating like a fucking child, man. Fuck candies and cakes and shit. You call yourself a man, you eating candies and cakes. I think you a bitch. Probably look like a bitch, man. You need to eat like a fucking man. Fuck all that bullshit breakfast food. Every time I go somewhere, man, I see people eating pancakes, pouring a bunch of motherfucking syrup on it, pouring fucking sugar on the shit, eating sugar for breakfast, wondering why they don't have no energy. I told you why, bitch nigga. Is this shit. You're gonna spike your fucking glucose levels. Once your blood glucose levels go above 110, your pancreas will secrete insulin to keep your dumb ass alive, and then you're gonna have a crash. That's how it works. So instead for breakfast, man, you know me, this morning I had steak and egg. And some morning I don't eat steak. When I first wake up, sardines, because I wake up mad early. Later on in the morning, my girl make me like 6 to 8 eggs. Sometimes I'll eat a salad with that. Maybe some berries, because berries are low on the glycemic index. They don't have much sugar in them at all. So skip the bullshit breakfast. Focus on protein for your breakfast. I promise you'll have more energy throughout the day. No sugary drinks. That goes for fucking juice, fucking soda with sugar in it. Soda is just liquid candy. I drink diet soda, a lot of diet soda. There's tons of studies that show that aspartame is pretty much safe and effective in normal dosage, right? It's actually one of the most studied compounds of all time, right? I'm not saying you should drink 12 Diet Cokes a day. Most artificial sweeteners are pretty fucking safe. They've been studied a lot. Sugar is way, way worse. You know, we tried all this natural organic shit before in the past. Before the Industrial Revolution, everything was organic and natural, and people lived to be about 40 years old. Most of human history, everything was fucking organic. You gotta read your food labels, man. They be sneaking sugar in the shit that you don't think has sugar in it. And step number 5 is you gotta read the labels, the ingredients. You gotta understand what synonyms of sugar there are. So there's sucrose, right? This is scientifically the same as table sugar. Glucose, we already talked about, is a simple primary, is basically sugar. Fructose, again, we already talked about that. We went over that. That's a synonym for sugar. Dextrose is chemically identical to glucose. It's made from corn. It's just another form of sugar. Maltose, right? It's sugar made from 2 glucose molecules, often called malt sugar, same shit. Lactose is natural sugar from milk and dairy products. Boom. High fructose corn syrup, you already know that shit sucks. Used to sweeten shit is made from cornstarch. Corn syrup, another word for corn. It's basically a simple sugar made from cornstarch. Maple syrup, natural sweetener made from the sap of the maple tree. It's full of glucose, fructose, and sugar. Maple sugar is sugar. Maple syrup is sugar, right? It just comes from the tree. Agave nectar, boom, it's still a sweetener. It's still a sugar. Rice syrup or brown rice syrup is still sugar. Fructose, glucose, and sucrose, right? Honey, again, bee spit. Molasses, same shit, just sugar. Golden syrup, this is some bullshit. It's just a fucking different color sugar made from sugar syrup. Brown sugar, it's just fucking, it just hasn't been processed into white sugar. It's still the same molecule. Barley malt syrup, same shit, it's just from barley, right? Cane juice or evaporated cane juice. These are simply less refined forms of sugar from the sugar cane. Same shit, same molecule. Fruit Juice concentrate. We already went over that. Same fucking molecule as table sugar. Coconut sugar, made from the sap of the coconut palm tree. Again, it's sucrose, glucose, and fructose. Date sugar, same shit, right? So watch out for those shits and just eliminate from your diet. What you're gonna notice is you might go through some withdrawal symptoms at first, but what you notice is, man, your blood glucose levels are gonna be so much better. And then you won't be as insulin resistant, which causes weight loss, and you'll just have more energy. Your skin will look better. It'll slow down the aging process. You'll have more mental clarity. You'll be able to focus more and you'll have more energy. Like, life is better without sugar. I'd rather you do cocaine than sugar. That's not advice. That's not medical. I don't want to get sued. But sugar is fucking awful. And if you're an adult male, there's no goddamn excuse. If you're a woman, whatever, you get canceled telling women what to do whatever you want, bitch. If you're a toddler or something, your day's done at fucking 2:30. Like, my son is 8. He ain't got shit to do after 2:30. School's over, whatever, motherfucker. Right? But if you're an adult male, you should not need to be doing this shit. Now, if you want to get in great shape, there's another video you should watch right now. If you're trying to lose weight, so you can get fucking ripped and shredded. I got a video, the best video I ever watched on the subject. Go check it out now.